3 verses aren't in my Bible. I need answers.
A little demonstration.
So this is explained away.
No, there are no contradictions.
I'm acquainted with a street preacher called Dale. I'm hoping to debate him online fairly soon, if he can come up with an actual date to do it. He's agreed in principle, but seems a little reluctant to actually commit. Anyway, Dale, who regularly assures listeners that he's telling the truth, insists that there are no contradictions in the Bible. He goes so far as to say that if anyone can find a contradiction, they will be the first person in the history of the world to do so.
If you can find a contradiction in the Bible, you will be the first person in the history of humanity ever to do it.
This video then is intended to get Dale, who's always truthful, to stop claiming that there are no contradictions in the Bible, or else accept that he lies. Are you listening, Dale? Let's talk Nativity. Herod the Great died in 4 BCE. He was a client king for the Roman Empire, which meant he raised his own taxes. The Romans never raised taxes directly from client kings, only from provinces. Remember this. It will become important, very important, later. Judea became a Roman province in 6 CE. After Herod's successor, Herod Archelaus, made such a hash of things. Then and only then did Rome begin taxing the province of Judea. Bethlehem was in Judea. But remember this too. Nazareth was not. It was in Galilee, which was ruled by a different client king, another of Herod the Great's sons called Herod Antipas. That's why there was a census affecting Bethlehem, the census of Quirinius in Judea, for taxation purposes. It didn't involve Nazareth or anywhere else in Galilee, which didn't become a province until 44 CE, some 11 years apparently after Jesus' death. So that's the first problem, Dale, right there. The census that brought Joseph and Mary to Bethlehem happened 10 years after the death of the bloke who the Holy Family had to flee because of the slaughter of the innocents. It also recorded people's current locations for taxation purposes, not where their ancestors had lived 1,000 years earlier. The Romans kept excellent records, much of which still survives, including information about censuses, not a single one of which had people move around like this. What would be the point? To tax a man, you need to know where he is now, not where his great 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 etc. grandparents used to be a millennium before. After Jesus', not Emmanuel's, birth, Mary and Joseph fled to Egypt for several years, waiting for the death of the man who died at least 4 years earlier, and yet still managed to order the deaths of all infant boys under 2. They did this, according to Matthew, because he wanted Jesus to fulfill some prophecies from the Torah. So he added to the text he inherited from Mark. That's the gospel that comes second in the New Testament, but was actually written first. And Matthew falsely conflated the name Emmanuel, meaning God with us, with the human title Christ, an honorific bestowed upon human leaders, meaning the Anointed One. The Holy Family also remained in Bethlehem for 40 days, at the exact same time that they were travelling to Egypt, and then returned home to Nazareth long before their eventual departure from the land of the Pharaohs. And yet they managed to avoid the slaughter of the innocents, as did John the Baptist. So tell me, Dale, without contradictions, how is all this possible?
So this is explained away.
No, there are no contradictions.